يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو الرحيم الغفور. I will speak quickly now, and I will not give you a chance to answer rhetorical questions because I have 6 minutes. So pay attention and hang on for the ride. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran 70 or more times uses the words Ghafoor, Rahim, forgiving, loving and caring. Forgiving, loving and caring. In other words, forgiving comes first, loving and caring comes second every time, except one time in the Quran, and this is it. This ayah says He knows what goes into the earth and what comes out of it. He knows what comes down from the sky and what goes up into the sky. And He is loving, caring, Ar-Rahim, and He is extremely forgiving, Al-Ghafoor. In other words, He reversed the sequence of Ghafoor, Rahim and made it Ar-Rahim, Al-Ghafoor, which is curious. Why would He do that? This one place in the Quran. Let's explore the benefits of this one ayah. The first thing I'd like you to know is that this ayah is actually about the knowledge of Allah, because it began with He knows what goes into the earth. He knows what comes out of the earth. He knows what comes down from the sky. He knows what goes up into the sky, right? So it's about Allah's knowledge. Beautifully in the Quran, over and over again, Allah makes an association between knowledge and His love and care. Knowledge and His love, knowledge and rahmah, ilm and rahmah are associated in the Quran. How do we know that? Ar-Rahman, what's next? Allama. His rahmah is mentioned and His ta'leem is mentioned. Him giving ilm is mentioned immediately. رَبَّنَا وَسِعْتَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ رَحْمَةً وَعِلْمًا. Ya Allah, You encompassed everything in rahmah and in ilm. You encompassed everything in loving care and in knowledge. Loving care and knowledge, subhanallah. Then go a little further. By the way, somebody remind me tomorrow, I have to tell you one thing about Ayatul Kursi. Just one thing. Not the thing I told you last time, another thing. A big one. But tomorrow, inshallah. I'll forget, so you have to tell me, okay? Anyway, so Allah says, in Surah Al-Kahf, Allah says, فَوَجَدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا آتَيْنَاهُ رَحْمَةً. Did you hear mercy? Love? Care? رَحْمَةً مِّنْ عِنْدِنَا وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ مِنْ لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. Rahmah, ilm, rahmah, ilm. There's association between rahmah and ilm, between loving care and knowledge. This ayah began with what? Knowledge. So what took precedent? Loving care. Rahim came first. That's one explanation. Let's go a little further. He knows what goes into the earth, like the seed, right? What goes into the earth is the seed. He knows what comes out of the earth, like the what? The plant, the tree, the grass. Okay. He knows what comes down from the sky. What comes down? Rain. He knows what goes up into the sky, like the vapor, the hot air that goes up into the sky, right? Okay, let's go take a step back again. We also go into the earth. I will go into the earth, you will go into the earth. And one day we will also come out of the earth, yes? Allah doesn't just send rain from the sky, He also sends rizq from the sky. He also sends revelation from the sky. He also sends angels of protection from the sky. He sends all kinds of things from the sky. And He also, you know what else rises to the sky? You and I, our ruh rises to the sky. When we pass, our ruh will rise to the sky, won't it? Our deeds are taken to the sky every day. The delivery happens every day of our records, you know? So there's a physical up and down and there's a spiritual up and down, right? Now, let's go back again so you can see how this works. When we go into the ground, He knows what goes into the ground. When we go into the ground, it is the time of our death, yes? When we come out of the ground, it is the time of our resurrection, the day of resurrection. When we go into the ground, we are looking for Allah's love and care. When we come out of the ground, we will be looking for Allah's forgiveness. So He mentioned Rahim, and then He mentioned Ghafoor. And you know what? At the time of, and then the next one, what comes down from the sky? What did I say comes down from the sky? Rain comes. What else comes? Revelation comes. What else comes? Huh? Rizq comes. All of these are acts of Allah's love and care, aren't they? So what comes down from the sky is rahmah. What comes from the sky is rahmah. What goes up into the sky? What did I say goes up into the sky on a daily basis? Our deeds. What do our deeds need? Forgiveness. So Allah mentioned what needs love and care. Then He mentioned what needs forgiveness. Then He mentions what needs love and care. Then He mentioned what needs forgiveness. And at the end He mentioned the loving and caring, the forgiving. Ar-Rahim Al-Ghafur. Subhanallah. Here's one last thing. Perfection of Quran. Just in this ayah. This is the perfection of the Quran. What goes into the earth? What did I say? What did I say goes into the earth? Seeds and people. In other words, what goes into the earth is human and non-human. Isn't that true? Human and non-human. What comes from the sky is for humans and also for non-humans. What goes up into the sky is also human and non-human. Yes? So this ayah is not restricted to human activity. It is about all things. There are two names of Allah at the end. Which two names of Allah at the end? Ar-Rahim and Al-Ghafur. Now I want you to think about this carefully. Which of these two names are specifically for human beings? Is Ar-Rahim specifically for human beings or Al-Ghafur specifically for human beings? Al-Ghafur. Why is that specific for human beings? Because trees don't ask for forgiveness. They haven't done anything wrong. We do things wrong to the trees. They didn't do anything wrong. Cats don't ask for istighfar. No. Dogs don't ask for istighfar. We ask for istighfar. Isn't that true? Because the ayah is universal. The universal name of Allah comes first. If the ayah was not universal, if the ayah was about us, then what would come first? The name that is specific to us. It has more to do with us than anybody else, and that is the name Ghafur. It was put in the secondary position because the ayah itself is actually not only about us. You will now learn that all over the Quran, when Allah says Ghafurun Rahim, you check it yourself. 70 plus cases. Every single time Allah mentions Ghafur Rahim, the ayah is about human beings. The ayah is about human beings. This ayah is the only one that is human beings and beyond. So He mentioned Ar-Rahim first. So the universal goes with the universal. The specific goes with the specific. This is the perfection of the Quran. I can't think of any speech of Allah, any speech of anyone other than Allah who can do this, who can pull this off.